Alright, moving on to our fun word problem, problem number 4. An interior decorator is going to remodel a kitchen. The wall above the stove, so the area that I'm pointing at right here, the wall above the stove and the counter, I guess over here too, is going to be redone as shown. The owners can only spend $420 or less. Write a linear inequality and graph the solution. What are 3 possible prices for the wallpaper and the tiles? So there's a lot of information being thrown at you, but probably the most important information right now to deal with is that we have to spend $420 or less. So whatever our equation is going to have to be, it's got to be smaller than or equal to $420 because that's all that our homeowner has to spend. So whatever we come up with has to be smaller than or equal to $420. It's like our total equation. Now they're going to put tile above the stove, and you can see in the picture they're going to put wallpaper above the countertop. The tile has 12 square feet, and the papered area has 24 square feet. In order to do this, we need to really think about how much we want to spend. So you can see they've already actually labeled our X and our Y being the total cost for the tile, and X being the total cost for the paper. If we have 12 square feet of the tile, we know that our price is going to be 12 times Y if Y represents the cost, because we're going to have to buy 12 square feet. So Y will represent the cost per square foot. Now, the papered area, we have 24 square feet times how much the wallpaper costs per square feet. Look at that. That was pretty easy, right? Now what we have to do is learn how to graph this. There are very easy ways to graph this that you did learn with Mr. Lankus in Chapter 5. If you can remember how to graph using intercepts, I would suggest doing so, but my guess is that maybe you're a little shaky on it. So we're going to solve for y. 12y is less than or equal to negative 24x plus 420. And divide by 12, and this is nice that it works out so pretty. Okay, you get y is less than or equal to negative 2x when you divide, plus 12 goes into 420 35 times. We now have a y-intercept of 35, and we have a slope of negative 2 over 1. So you can see I've already given you the y-intercept here at 35. So what we have to do is we have to go down 2 over 1. Now remember, they're skipping by 5s, okay? Now you might say, Mrs. Watch what I'm going to do, because I'm still going to go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. Okay, you might kind of be like, well, what are you doing? How is that fair that you're doing that if it's not skipping by 1s? Well, I'm going down 10, right 5. Down 10, right 5, down 10, right 5. So you might be thinking, how is that working? Well, guys, if we go down 10, right 5, that's the same thing as going 10 divided by 5. It's the same as going down 2 over 1. I'm just skipping by a whole bunch. We're technically still going down 2 over 1. So we're going to go ahead and draw, to the best of our ability, the straight line. Hopefully you have a ruler, because your math teacher doesn't, apparently. Maybe I do. No, I don't. Okay. That was okay. And we're going to go ahead and talk about where we need to shade. So you see how it says Y? Oh, we should have told you, duh, right? Sorry. We're using a solid line because it says they can spend $420. So this line is a solid line. There, that looks pretty good. Now, I don't need this arrow at the bottom because it's going to stop, alright? Because, we're not going to go into negative cost or anything. Now, I'm hoping you understand from the previous video that you have to shade below because it says y is smaller than this value. So everything under here gets shaded. See everything that's getting shaded? All of these are possible costs that makes this homeowner able to buy the tile and the wallpaper. I'm going to say that again. All of these shaded areas is a possible cost for the wallpaper and the tile for our homeowner to be able to spend the $420 or less. Okay? Now, they also asked us in this problem to list 3 possible solutions. Well, we can list anything that is either, so we're going to write 3 possible solutions. Okay? 3 possible solutions are either A, anything on the line, or B, anything in the shaded area. So for example, see that point right here? Since it's on a solid line, it's a possible solution. So I'm going to say one possible solution is $5 per square foot of wallpaper Okay, so they can spend because that's the X, they can spend $5 per square foot on the wallpaper as long as their tile is $25 per square foot for the tile. Okay? So that is one possible solution. Now maybe you don't like that solution. Alright, well look at this one in here. See that? See how that point is shaded? What point did I just shade? I shaded $10. That's a messy 10. Let me fix that. I picked the point $10 for a square foot of wallpaper. I'm getting lazy, I'm abbreviating. And how far up? And $10. Same thing again, per square foot of tile. So if their wallpaper is $10 a square foot and their tile is $10 a square foot, they're going to have enough money to cover that. One more solution. Let's see, where can I fit it? I'll fit it over here on the left. Oh, let's say this one. I don't know, this one's kind of a silly one, but it is true. This one right here. Okay. No, that one's not true. Let's not do that one. Let's do another one. Where's a nice one? Did that one. Maybe right here. We haven't done this one, right? 515. That's a possible solution. If you spend $5 per square foot on wallpaper. And what was that? That was over 5 up 15. And if they spend $15 per square foot on tile. So anything on the line or in the shaded area, anything on the line or in the shaded area is a solution to our problem. Okay? The got it we'll go ahead and do pretty quick. For a party, you can spend no more than $12 on peanuts or nuts or whatever kind of you're getting. Peanuts are $2 a pound and cashews are $4 a pound. What are 3 possible combinations? Well, we do know that we have to spend less than or equal to $12. That's all the money you have. We know we can spend $2 for every pound of peanuts, and we have to spend $4 for every pound of cashews. Let me see if I can get my dog here. She's being funny. Can you see her? She's being goofy. Can you see her? Oh no, she's not being silly. Okay, she was rolling around the grass. She's pretty cute. Alright. Back to math. So we're going to go ahead and solve for y. So we get 4y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 12. And we're going to divide by 4 and get y is less than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 3. And that's because I divided everything by 4. Okay. You have your y-intercept of 3 and your slope of negative 1/2. Alright, let's go ahead and plot our points. We can use the solid line because we actually do have the $12 to use. So I'm going to go up to 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. Now I'm not going to go any further because, well, since we're in a real life example, I'm not going to buy less than 0 pounds of either one. I have to shade beneath because we have to spend less than the $12, so we've got to shade below this $12 line. And this is our y-axis, so what do we make y's? How many pounds of cashews? And here's our x-axis. That's how many pounds of peanuts we can buy. So let's list our 3 possible solutions. We're going to list these faster than the other one. Go over here. Pick any 3 points either on the line or inside. So I see that 1, 1 is a point. See it in there? 1, 1. So that means I can buy 1 pound of peanuts and 1 pound of cashews. That is a possible solution. Let's go to another possible solution. How about right here? Let's see, that's over 1, 2, 3. You see it? Over 3, up 1. That means I can buy 3 pounds of peanuts, because that's my x-axis, and 1 pound of cashews. And the last solution, let's pick one on the line. Let's pick this one right here. Actually, let's pick this last one right here, okay? In the very end. See, it's over 5. That means you're allowed to buy 5 pounds of peanuts. And, well, it's on 0, isn't it? 0 pounds of cashews. And that is how far over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, guys, that's over 6. Don't worry, your math teacher can count. That's over 6. You say that was 6. There we go. You can buy 6 pounds of peanuts, but you can only buy, then that means you can buy 0 pounds of cashews. So there are 3 solutions to your word problem. Alright, one more, okay? Which inequality represents the graph at the right? Now, what's very hard for you to see, and it's very hard for me to see as well, is that whether you see it or not, they wanted this to be shaded, so just darken that in. That was their goal. Their goal was to have this side shaded, so shade it in, okay? Now let's answer the question. Which of these represents the inequality? If you pause the video, you might want to find it. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to say, well, my y-intercept is 1, and my slope, by the way, you're going to see this kind of stuff on the keystones. Your slope, if it's at 1, it goes up 2 over 1. Is that what it appears? Up 2 over 1. Looks like your slope is 2. It's a solid line, so that must mean it's equal to. And it's shaded below. So gathering all this information, I know 1's got to be in the back. I know 2 has to be in the front with x. And since it's solid, I've got to use equal to. Since it's below, boom, I got to use less than. So the only option that makes sense, A. Now if you read the next one, I would love it if you could try it on your own, like pause the video and check it. It says you are writing an inequality from a graph. You see the boundary line is dashed and it has a slope of 1/3 and it has a y-intercept of -2. And then it says the area above the line is shaded. What inequality would you write? Again, please pause the video and try it on your own and then push play. Hopefully you did that and you have y is, since it is dashed and it's above, we use greater than. That means dashed and above, because we don't use equal to. Equal to would mean it was solid. Above means it's above. Excuse me, greater than means it's above. Your slope is 1/3, so that gets paired with x. And the -2 should be for your y-intercept. And that's it for this lesson. I hope you did a good job. Make sure you star anything that you have a question. If you want some extra practice, you can do your lesson check. And again, any questions on those, we'd be happy to answer as well. I decided at the end of this video that you might want to see where I'm at, where I am. That's my kitty cat. His name's Pumbaa. And that's my baby doll, Molly. She's the puppy.